What's up, y'all? Shuffle back again. I think I say that every time. Back again with the viewer run. So this is from Jorge 2060 Shake. I don't know if I've covered Jorge's videos before. I've had a lot of J names in this series, so I might have covered this person, but I can't remember off the top. But I'm doing it anyway just because I feel like this is a interesting video to do right now. And it's short enough that I'm not going to be up all night doing the recording and editing, but definitely still got plenty more of these to do. So this is a run called Good, Bad, and Ugly. This is in the wheel. This is the thumbnail of the team that's completed it. So this is a pretty interesting team on paper because we have Vestal, who plugs into every team pretty well. Then we have the Reynald and Dismiss shell, which is pretty good between the two of them. Then we have Leper, who's usually pretty independent, but I do like it if Leper has more accuracy or like some source of bonus accuracy, or maybe nuking the opponent's dodge or something like that. And we don't really have that here unless we're using Illumination, which I don't think we can use in 4. So this will be interesting. Let's see. Alright, so we have Wheeled Adventurer. I believe that is the minus stress. That's a lot of speed on this dude. Wow. So we have QR Slugger, very good. We have Signet Ring, which is amazing on just about any hero. We have Candle, which is fantastic. I would probably give this to Dismiss. We'll have to see what Highwayman has, because usually you want the Highwayman to be much faster than the Crusader if you're doing a dance team like this. So we have Smite, which, you know, very standard stuff. Instead of Stunning Blow, that's pretty interesting. I do like Stunning Blow a lot. We're using Bulwark. I usually don't use this move, so I want this move to impress me. Like, I want to see someone use it effectively here. Then we have Holy Lance, and then we have No Surprise, Inspiring Cry. Sorry, y'all. It was a pretty extensive day of streaming, both today and yesterday, so I am gotta drink a lot of water to keep the voice ready to go. And this Leper is freaking stacked. So I was saying, I'd like to see some more accuracy on this Leper. There it is in Natural Swing. We have Slugger, Quick Draw, Manslayer. A lot of the enemies here have human subtype, so Manslayer is going to hit a lot of things except dogs. Like, Giants are human, the Scratchers I think are Eldritch and human, same with the Artillery. Crones are human, Bandits are human. This thing's gonna hit a lot of people, and it's not locked, so I do respect it. I probably wouldn't lock in Manslayer either. Like, I'd rather do Beast Slayer or Eldritch, but this is still pretty good. Then we have another speed trinket, so we have the box. This is 2 speed, 15 damage, and 10 stress. This is focus ring, so just a lot of damage here. No Intimidate, but we do have Withstand. Either Intimidate or Withstand are both very good in the wheel, because Leper can draw fire, and that's really nice. We have Riposte on the team, though, so you may not want to always draw fire, so I'm curious to see how that interacts, but this looks pretty standard. This is starting to feel like they know what they're doing. I mean, I think one of the characters that I saw, yeah. So we have a game clear, or at least a end game mission clear. So you get the little candles as someone's beaten one of the final missions. So this person's already beaten the game. Tracking, probably for Crones if it de-stealths in this like it does in Circus. So we have that. No pistol shot, which is interesting. There are some threats in the back line like Virgo and Crone. The Artillery are still pretty dangerous. I usually like to kill those first. I don't like to kill the front line then have them spam Escape Cloud. I don't like that, so we'll see how this does. Open main's very good here, and then Duelist Advances, no secret. Then we have Tracking. I really want to see how well Tracking does. So we have bonus accuracy from the Shameful Locket, just 10 accuracy, 5 crit, very good. And then we have 20% damage and 3 speed off Gunpowder. That's pretty freaking strong. And we lose stun resist, but there isn't much that's going to stun us up front that I can think of. Deadly's pretty good on Highwayman because he's a dual type damage. He does range and melee. Hot to Trot is monstrous on most damage dealers. And then we have Luminous, which is one of the best quirks in the game. So this Highwayman is also pretty stacked. 12 speed, so that's 5 over Crusader. That also helps us dance. I'd like to see Vestal. I appreciate getting to see all the quirks. Oh, I love Fast Vestal, dude. Oh my god. Nice. So we have 2 speed at High Torch, we have Luminous, which is amazing, we have QR, so we have +6 speed right here. Stability, I think this is move resist, and Mankind Hater, this is minus stress against pretty much everything in here. Fear of Beast is going to come into play against Giants and Dogs. I think Diurnal is the minus speed in low torch, so we're fine there. Then we have double healing scroll output. This is sometimes overkill. We may not need this much healing output, considering we have Withstand and Solemnity and Crusader, even though we have Inspiring Cry. We may not need 2 of these. This one of these could have been the map, most likely. Yeah. Oh, thanks. I appreciate the cut. So this is the start of it. Double check here at the... Yeah. I did test before we started recording, and it seemed like the volumes were good. And I got blown out in a video recently, and I've been kind of... It was one of the GDWC videos I recorded, and I was pretty scared of making that mistake again. I usually don't make that mistake anymore. So here, this is a pretty good mash, even though we missed there. This is a pretty good mash, and for you newer players, mash usually refers to just a group of enemies. They're called mashes in this. And this is a mash that's... I'm going to turn down just a smidge. There you go. But this is a mash that's pretty good for Virago. Like to fight Virago, because they don't leave bodies, and that doesn't set off Virago's mushrooms. Which is really nice. Get that Holy Lance damage where you can. It's very fat riposte. Got turned down quite a bit here. Definitely open main, yeah. It's alright. It happens. Group heal is more efficient. I respect it. It's better to heal 2 targets. Yeah. So it's interesting because I was saying that Stunning Blow would be very nice, but this is actually a situation where Stunning Blow would be very bad, because you can't stun Virago. I think it's... Oh my god, Leper. I think it's way past... I think Occultist gets the highest stun chance possible at 220. And Virago's at 240. So, good luck. I don't think there's anything that debuffs stun resist either. Interesting to loot when we have a full pack. Yeah. This is the thing that sucks about long missions. Is your pack is full for a long time. Like, until your first camp, your pack is full. You have a lot of supplies, too. This is a completed file, so I can understand why. I like leaving some of these for the return trip.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
I don't know if we're going to loot that shallow grave on the way back or not. Yeah. No fights? That's good. Gotta do 90% of rooms. We're letting the torch drop down, which is a bit scary for me. We have 2 ways to raise it with Inspiring Cry and Vestal. The Hue double kill is one of the most satisfying things in this game. I think I would have used Open Vein there, because Ghoul may not, you know, Skull Toss Dismiss. It may Howl. So I've learned to not usually set up riposte if it's strictly Ghoul. That's just me though. I usually like to spam Open Vein, because that way you can debuff the speed, get some solid damage. Okay, I respect that. I probably would have stunned too. Yeah, stun was right call. Because it looks pretty tempting there to heal Dismiss, but it's usually better to stun in that case. I like that we're using abilities to supplement Torch. I forgot about Bulwark. So we don't have to spend the torches we have, but we have 4 stacks. Our food's not stacked, not that it really matters. Did that echo? That did echo. That could be a recording thing. Oh, respawn on the way back? That sucks. Yeah, stun giant, just try and kill dog this turn, especially with a surprise. Surprise makes this easier. Yeah, dual stun to the dog, Holy Lance the dog. Dog should go down. This is where Intimidate would be very nice too. I'd probably consider Withstand. Yeah. This is the best turn to get it set up. It's kind of tough to say, because on the one hand, you can just start laying into Giant and end this fight sooner. But Withstand is very safe, and we can just use Open Vein from back there. And if we really wanted to, we could use Bulwark, and we have 2 tanks up front. This is a very interesting way to handle Giant. So he group healed there because a couple of the other people were low. You know, they're missing a couple HP, so it was still more efficient. But having the ability to like crit fish on a couple people is also pretty good. Thank you for critting us, Giant. Very cool. There's like a weird reverberation effect. I don't know where it's coming from. It's the recording, obviously, but I never heard something like this. Alright. But we're getting stuns. Leper's showing up. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely an anti-venom. Probably stress heal. I mean, there's a case of stress heal, but sure, go in. I hate giants, so just killing giants sooner than later is really good. Looking pretty good so far. I love the idea of double tanking the front line against Tree Branch. Like, we should toss the Onyx. Because we'd have to find 4 Onyxes to be slightly better than 1 gold stack. Okay, I respect getting rid of the torches. But I don't feel like I'm going to have to critique. I'm pretty sure there's a flex run too. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to have to critique the actual gameplay that much. Like, this person's very, very clearly understands what they're doing. So it's more just like the little things. And then, like, explaining the things that help, like, the newer players that don't quite know what's going on. We just had this fight. In Twitch chat, we call this nephew walking his dog or whatever. Or, I guess, grandson. Like, the crone's grandma. And then the giant's grandson. And then anytime something's walking around with a dog in the wheel, we call it walking the dog. Doesn't sound as funny when I explain it, but we have a good time, okay? So one of my favorite things to do in Twitch chat is, like, talk about the enemies and try and, like, make up fake stories for them. Kind of like that Storytime Vine dude. I wonder what he's doing these days. Good job with the prot. I've talked about water in different videos. We talked about, like, perfect temperature water. This water is hitting the spot right now. Tastes pretty freaking good. Alright, Leopard didn't erase it with a crit. Feels bad. Confusion? Yeah. Get a riposte at least. Oh, damn. It was huge. So the reason I have such a hatred of Giant is specifically because of Confusion Spore. It's not... I like the recognition to just try and kill this thing now, and you don't need Leper's turn to do it. I like that a lot. We're a bit farther away from it than I'd like to be. Yeah, but we're very close. So Tree Branch is not the reason I hate this enemy. I hate it because Confusion Spore, the way it works is if you've ever looked at Confusion Spore, it's not like shuffle single unit. It's shuffle party. So if it hits one person, it can move the entire party at the same time. We're also very low on food with no medicinal herbs. I don't know how... Like, we have so much healing on the team that we can survive hunger checks. Like, failed hunger checks, so we don't starve to death, but... I don't... Oh, do we have the granary? Not the granary, the mill. Oh, if we have the mill, dude, then we're not going to need the food. So the mill, I believe, removes all hunger checks, so we're never going to find a hunger check. I forgot that existed. Bandit Sense is pretty nice. Oh, please not Chant. I hate Chant so much. Alright, good. This is interesting. I like this. I wasn't quite sure how these two would interact, like Crusader and Leopard together, but I forgot about things like Prey. So that means we have a very, very, very tanky front line, which is pretty cool. I personally prefer using anti-venom for the chests, just because the anti-venom... I talked about this in my provisions video, but the anti-venom disarms the tree stumps, the black iron chest, and a lot of the enemies here use blight, so I love to bring like minimum 6 anti-venom here. Alright, no stun, feels bad, but we did a lot of damage and we got the surprise. 1 crit. Okay, that's fine though. Like, if you can do half HP to Collector before he gets to do anything, that's usually a very good sign that you're gonna win this fight. Double Highwayman, this team can actually handle that though. Is one of the few times I'm not that scared against Double Highwayman unless they like double crit. What was the chance to kill here? 6 to 11, so we rolled minimum. That was a good gamble to go for. If you wanted to be uber safe, you would have stunned there. But you may not have to be that safe. Double dodge, Highwayman falling off late game, as per usual. Good dodge. Cats are walking around like they want treats. It's pretty close to bedtime, so I usually give them, you know, like 5 treats. 5 of the little Temptations treats. Shoutouts to Temptations, one of y'all sponsored me. I give your treats to my cats, and they love them. But usually, I give them a couple treats at the end of the night. Just to be cool, show them I'm a good dad. Yeah, usually the end of the night is, I give them about like 4 or 5 of the little treats, and then I get a couple of their toys and I play with them for a bit. And it's been pretty nice. So very easy Collector kill. That's why I wasn't really talking about it, because Collector just got absolutely decimated. You know, I said we should get rid of the Onyx, but here we are with 3 of them. So it might have been the right call. Very interesting. I usually don't see Onyx get more than like 4 stacks. So this is what I was saying. The left luggage with the anti-venom is pretty nice, but we have 6 keys, so we may as well. The other reason I like the anti-venom for those chests is because of it's cheaper. So 6 keys is 1200 because they're 200 each, I believe, or they're 200. They're not 250. So there's that. Is that double scout? That's double scout. Yeah, I'd take that hallway. But anti-venom's cheaper. So I think a stack is 900 instead of 1200, so you save quite a bit of money. As well as being able to protect yourself defensively. So there's a lot of value to anti-venom. This fight's interesting. It's not as big of a deal once you're past like level 1. But these things can be annoying, because they can get a couple crits and then just Cyto on cooldown, which is really, really annoying. Or summon the big slime. Yeah, see, look, Cyto turn 1. And then they can crit you, which is really annoying. Yep. Turn 1 Cyto. I really wish they couldn't do that. So a lot of the time, the way I handle this fight now is I kind of weaken like 2 or 3 of them. If it's a group of 4, I try and finish them all the same turn, if I can. Hugh getting some okay value. I think I'd still be going for chops here. Actually, unless we're trying to slowly whittle them out. Okay, this is really good. So they can only like Cyto 1 time, and then we can kill 3 of them next turn. Yeah. Okay. We're looking alright. Like, these things aren't threatening, but it's the fact that you can fight, no joke, like 8. You can fight 7 or 8 of them if things go wrong. We got Zap the back, yeah. Good job. Then Hugh's set up pretty well, and we can also smite rate 1. Yeah, good job.
Decimated.
We see it. We still Hugh? Oh, that's bold. I don't know if I would have did that, but good stuff. Maybe Cyto has a cooldown. Maybe he does have a cooldown. I thought it didn't, but maybe he does have one. Because that Solemnity was done with confidence, and it was worth doing. And then they give you no loot. What a great enemy, dude. Like, Red Hook understood you might try and use it to stall, so they took away all the potential for loot. And then they don't give you any loot anyway. It's sad. Okay, I was gonna say, do we have bandages? I usually don't open these without bandages. Okay, this loot that we are finding is incredible. I never find this, like, this gem allotment in the wheel. It's just, it doesn't happen. I find a lot of gold, though, and some heirlooms, but I usually don't find, you know, 3 sapphires. This is champion, but... yeah, that's pretty wild. I usually don't... oh, we got the herbs! Good recognition! Perfect. Now we have food for our camp. They must have remembered that, because I certainly didn't. Taking citrines. Come on, dude. This is a lot of money already. This is, it's about like 8,000, maybe 10,000 in the inventory. That's pretty good. Map's good to find. Doesn't scout anything. Oh, it did. Good. We have to try and hit a secret room. That'd be pretty nice. A long mission has a guaranteed secret room somewhere, which is why the ancestor map would have been pretty good if we had it just to scout with. But you can't find a secret room from a map in a bag. You have to scout it yourself, which makes it more impressive. Shambino, this team isn't that good for Shambler. It'd be fun to fight Shambler, but this team's not that good for it. A lot of people say, oh, you can just use Leper and spam Hue, but on Blood Moon Stygian, which I can't remember if this is Blood Moon or not. It might be. I can't remember what the HP totals are for some of the enemies. You'd think I'd know, since I played it so much, but... the team isn't that good for Shambler. We have 2 dancers, but then we have 2 people that really need to stay in the same position. Zealous? For what, slimes? If we assume we're gonna hit slimes, is that double Shambler altar? This never happened. Oh, we're taking it? Oh no, we backed up for it. We're gonna camp? Oh, I love it. I love it, let's do it. This run is pretty flexing so far. But people like to say that you can use... okay, I gotta say something here, though. Popping the Shambler altar, very, very smart thing to do is to move your team around before the start of the fight, so Shambler can, in case, you know, Shambler will scramble the order, so he throws people back into position, hopefully. You know, every now and then, like pretty rarely, you can get it so Shambler throws everyone back to where they're supposed to be. But it's interesting because you could put Leper in 4, so Leper can only go forward, but Leper can only go 1 space forward, and he's still kind of screwed, so I think putting him in 2 isn't that bad. I think it's actually kind of smart. And then sometimes Shambler can move, like, the middle 2 people and leave these 2 people alone, which is really annoying. He's done that to me. So, but people say for this fight, you can just have Leper spam Hue, and that's usually not enough to deal with clappers. It's usually better to just chop them down. And we have no Jester to give us extra accuracy, so it's kind of scary. We have no stunning blow either. Okay, this is perfect. That was almost ideal. Tracking, and then we can use Holy Lance to get out of the back here, and then our team's fixed. I wouldn't withstand. Withstand's a bit too slow in this fight. Like, it's good, but Leper also has a ton of HP. There's a case to go for the stun there anyway. Unless he's completely immune. Yeah, it looks like he is actually. Okay. Alright. Here's the hard part of the fight now. Take out those clappers first. What are they called? Shambler spawns? We call them Clapper Claws because that's the attack they use. And it's just a cuter name. I've heard them called Shambites or Shamblites too, which I was like, okay. Alright, Hugh's set up pretty nicely. But this is kind of what I was worried about with this team, is the Zealous? I would check the Zealous damage. Zealous, oh no, Candle doesn't work right now. So there's a consideration to take Candle off. That's a very small, very, very small misplay that I wouldn't have caught either. But Candle doesn't work right now because you have to fight Shambler in Darkness. So all the Candle is right now is 10 stress. That's all it is right now. Alright, we're trying to dodge a crit from one of these dudes. Because that's what happens. Like, you miss them one time, and then they... I would have went for a stun, personally. But you miss them, like, one time, and then they just crit you, and then they're just going out of control at that point. Smite. Alright, good job. The riposte. Dismas is hitting so hard through that. We're killing very slowly, which I'm pretty worried about. This team has a lot of recovery, so it will be safe if it can get a couple turns, but like I said, this is a fight that can get out of control very quickly. That was about the best situation that could have happened. Holy crap, the action economy we just got. The absolute tempo gain. That was a tempo riposte. Group heal. Vessel critting the person that needs it the most, that's good. Their consideration of bandage. Double crit, thank you, Shambler. Yeah, good job. Good recognition. We don't need to duels the second time. That's just gonna tank our damage. Highwayman. Riposte absolutely shredding. Letting our melee damage dealers just go to town on Shambler. Let's just get a fat crit. Let's end it with a fat crit. Oh, JK. Slow Leper's pretty good. Nick was advocating for this the other day. But he likes Slow Leper against Shambler, which I kind of agree. Because this way, when Shambler pops the tentacles, I'm in awe of this Highwayman, who's absolutely carrying this team right now. Like, everyone's doing fine, but he's carrying this entire fight by himself. It's not even close. Because he's just freeing up everyone's turn to hit Shambler. Probably get the crit kill here. Yeah. Good job. Jute Tapestry, that's a nice reward. Probably pop the food. No, actually, no, we have to camp, so... Toss the anti-venom, okay. Very well done. Wait. We could have just backed up and went in. We didn't have to go all the way over here. Sorry. Yeah, Nick was advocating for using Slow Leper against Shambler, so Shambler summons the clappers, and I could see... Okay, let me finish this thought here. So, Slow Leper lets Shambler spawn the clappers so they don't get buffed, they don't get their attacks, and then Leper can clean one or two of them up safely before they're powered up next turn, which is really nice. And I can see not wanting to backtrack because of the small chance to stress out Vestal and afflict her. But I think walking back through this hallway in pitch black is still just as dangerous. So I don't know. Especially because...
Many fall in the face of chaos, but not this one. Not today.
Just virtue, dude! Just virtue.
A spark without kindling is a goal without...
It's easy. Just virtue. Oh, that Ancestor Scroll on Prey is pretty good. Okay. Finally found a misplay worth talking about. This run has been amazing so far. This is what I talked about in my my video about trinket swapping. So we have a very good player right now who has a lot of good advantages. Not moving the scroll around. So we could hit Prey. We have space too. We could hit Prey. And then take the scroll off, put it in the inventory. Alright, sorry about that, but yeah, so as I was saying, the scroll, we could hit Prey, take it off Vessel. That's the advantage of having a neutral trinket. And then we could pass it to Leper if he needs it for either Quarantine or Reflection. We could also give it to Crusader for Zealous Vigil or Zealous Speech. So we have some very good scroll value right now that we're missing out on. Right, because that was... Leper had, what, 27 stress? Let's see. Yeah, 27... That was Was it just 21? Sorry. It's just 21. Okay. But yeah, we went for damage here and then this. But considering the stress on this team and how easily this team has been killing, I probably would have done that camp different. I probably would have put the scroll on Crusader and hit Zealous. I think that would have been very good. Like, that would have been, what is it, like 20 stress healing to the entire team, probably? Something like that. That's pretty good. It's alright. And now we have stress casters to worry about. Virgo's not really a stress caster. Virgo's just a jerk. Nice. Good use of that. Oh, we can stun with Vestal. Stress heal. Oh my goodness. Is Scroll affecting the Stalwart or whatever? That's so good. Alright, that's good. Wouldn't have killed that. Hold on. As I was saying, this is bedtime for the cats, so they're trying to get one of their noisy toys to play with, so I had to put it away for a minute. So we're going to have to play with the cats after this video. But they might start running around, so I apologize in advance, but I didn't have any other time to record this today. Alright. See, I probably wouldn't have killed that slime right now because of this. I probably just would have used the heal, because now we have to deal with Suggestive Mushroom that... yeah, we only get one skill to use. And that thing has a decent amount of HP. It's got like, what, 30-ish? Like 30, 40, something like that? Something really stupid. There are the cats. Sorry. Good repose crit. That's going to help us get through here. The thing that sucks too is we have to kill the mushrooms afterwards with the fight. Yeah, 36 HP. This, I think this is Bloodman. I think we're having an issue of split targeting right now. I know most of Virgo's life disappeared to that repose crit, but we've done damage up front with the cleave, then we try to kill Crone, now we have a weak slime, we're killing this thing. So, damage is kind of all over the place right now, which is a bit scary. But Virgo's being nice to us, she's not just doing crit putrefying breath on, like, Highwayman at this point. Clear the corpse. Yeah, we're okay. Now there's fetid sensor, which is a bit scary, but we also have Q. This is what I deal with. This is why I record at the times I record at and stream. I literally stream around my cat schedule. Oh, that miss kind of sucks because if it summons... Was that exact freaking lethal? 31 HP, 31 damage. 31 HP, 31 max damage, hit the 31 to end the fight. The player has been playing well the whole time, but there is definitely some luck going on too, which is absolutely gross. Got the knockoff Tims, we're not taking those. Money instead of heirlooms? I don't know what the file's looking like. Probably don't need heirlooms at this point. Unless we're going for like, you know, week 300 districts. But we're almost out here. 90% of rooms. We just need to get down to the last couple here. They may clear this whole place out. Okay, so this is grandma and grandson here, walking their crab person. I don't know if I'm tracking there. I probably kill the fungal, and then just do some damage to the giant. We need a bulwark. There's a very creative way to deal with giants, though. I've liked it like every fight we've seen it in so far. It's been pretty good. I want to get some more water. Alright, here we go. Nice. That thing can still crit probably close to a like 30-ish, 35 damage. Something like that. So we're definitely not immune to Tree Branch, but it still hits pretty hard. So Vestal over 3 different Stalwart barks has taken her stress down to 0. pretty crazy. Get that crit. Oh, we don't have riposte? Oh, that's only stress. That's not the hex, I think. Alright, that's good. There's no blight now. So if your post kills the enemy, they don't do any of the secondary effects. There's no stress, there's no blight, no disease. All that's really good. Unless they crit hit you. If they crit hit you, you still take the crit damage stress, which is very strange. Just feels like that whole situation's a mess at that point. 1 HP. 3. This is where Intimidate would be very good, because Intimidate could finish off this crown. And now instead we have to use Holy Lance. It's not bad to overkill in this game, but it'd be nice to overkill a lot cleaner than that. It'd be nice to overkill by like 7, not 13 or 17 or whatever it was. This Highwayman. Did we use Unparalleled Finesse? We must have. Or was it clean? Was it clean guns? No, must have been finesse. Getting all the crits. Getting all the crits right now.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
I was sitting here trying to talk about how to move the Ancestor Scroll around to maximize stress healing value during camp, and here we are just getting our stress like under 40. With no issues. That's pretty crazy. Like, a lot of good play with a bit of luck where we need it to. Like, I'm not trying to diminish the run by saying there's luck. The massive amount of crits are very nice, but you know, like the play looks even cleaner because there's like a small amount of luck on occasion, and it comes at like the right times, which is really nice. Like, we're not getting fat crits when something has like 1 HP. We're getting crits when things are like healthy and the crits actually matter. Like, that dog is dead because of that bleed effect, so we can just crit fish with a group heal. Yeah. Nice. I always like when what I'm thinking and like what I start talking about is exactly what the player does at the same time. Makes me look intelligent. It's pretty good. It's validating. So I'm like, I think this is a good idea, and they're like, you're right, Shuffle. Already was thinking it before you. Yes. Okay. There's a case to go to that small room on the right, not only to finish the mission faster, but also to trap disarm for Dismiss to take off H stress. It's a very small min-max thing to do, but it was worth doing. We really stretched those torches. I think we threw away like 7 of them so far. Yep, grandma and grandson. My cats really want to play. So, just gotta finish this. Gotta finish this, throw it into editing, render it, upload it, post it in the early release stuff for Discord and Patreon, and then go to sleep. Been going to bed at like midnight or later than midnight for the last couple weeks, and that's a little bit past what I want to be doing, but okay, that was really good. But yeah, not that I'm complaining, I'm just saying that I'm tired because we've had so much positive growth so far on the channel for the last like about a month now, almost about 3 weeks, which has been beautiful to see. So we got a lot of new people, and I'm very happy about that. And so because of that, I've been trying to change up my content schedule. And I've had to put a lot more time into certain things I wasn't expecting to because I have to get them out faster. Like the defenses guide that I just did. I think I released it today? Yeah, it was today. I recorded that like last night, and then I edited it in like 2 hours or something. I think it was less than 2 hours. I think it was like 90 minutes. But yeah, that's just the point we're at. We have to really put our foot on the gas here, and streaming kind of eats into the time. Like, if I wasn't streaming, this would be a lot easier. But the streaming's been very fun. We get some good viewers and stuff too. I think we had like, what did we have? I think we averaged like 120 or 130 viewers today, which is pretty crazy. So 4.5 hours, we had over like 120 people. Very nice. Yeah, we're almost done here. You can take the last fight. Oh man, we're flexing hard. Got 5 minutes to clear 2 fights. Spoders. Surprised. Alright, these things are toast. Alright, I was wrong. Q value? 9 to 17. Yeah, 17 HP. That's quite a lot. This has to be Blood Moon. 17 sounds right for Blood Moon spiders. When was the last time Dismas did not crit? It was probably last fight at some point, but he's critting like a freaking monster. Okay. I was gonna say there's a case to toss like the key or the bandages. Probably the bandages. That's right. There's that Hatsa. Maybe that's what's doing it. He's getting a lot of good crits in the opener. I appreciate the faster walking too. That does help. Not that any speed mods are required for viewer runs, but I do appreciate having them sometimes. Especially on a long mission, because this would have been about 45 minutes without the faster walking, it feels like. Probably not 45 minutes, but probably closer to 40, because it's 36. I don't know. So we have grandma, grandson, and the dog. There's a case to stun any of them.
Quickly the tide turns.
Alright. Crone's just deciding to be a crit monster. Yeah. I like this though. I like seeing Bulwark. It actually did very well. Oh, it's 30 Prot. I thought it was 20. That must be base Bulwark. But yeah, it's done amazingly well this whole time. So I'm getting tired. I'm getting lazy with my speech. I want to turn off the professional voice and go to bed. And my girlfriend, you know, she calls it the YouTube voice. And she'll say, like, we'll talk on the phone. She'll go, "You're using the YouTube voice, stop it." It's cute. Alright. Vestal, please. It's like a 60. Oh, Fear Beast. That's right. Yeah, we should have been healing. There's no, like, our chance to mess up these 2 beast enemies is not that high. Alright, good. What's the on hit for here? 13 to 24. Is that just with Candle? That's so good. That has to be a second damage bonus. That's like a 30% bump. Like 25 or 30% bump. And we have 15 from Candle. Oh, I think he has Slugger. That's what it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. 13, that was minimum. 20, I think is like kind of middle. Might be low considering how high his damage is now. Dodge. Alright, that's about to be it. Probably just group heal. Yeah. Vestal making sure she leaves with no stress. Good job. Excellent job.
This expedition at least promises success.
Yeah. That looks like we're done. I'm checking all this stuff here. I'm gonna skip ahead. YouTube? I've been having issues with the YouTube player lately. Look at that, almost 30k. That's so good. Please tell me I put this in HD. Resets like 720. Oh. What do we get here? The Worries kind of sucks. No real amazing quirks here, but it's still pretty cool. So, thank you very much, Jorge, for sending this in. Excellent job. Just really impressive stuff. I like the Prot stack for online. I thought that was very creative. I mean, I don't know if people thought of it before. Maybe they have, I don't know. But I usually don't do something like that. So it was nice to see because that changed my opinion on like Bulwark a little bit. for this specific instance. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't think we saw a single fungal scratcher, which is very interesting, because this team would kind of struggle against that with all the on-hit damage. We just need Open Vein at that point, and then kill like the backline stuff. But yeah. So that's it for this one. If you want to send in your viewer runs, I'm gonna start closing submissions probably soon. I might do it like, I don't know, in a couple days or something, just to make sure I can clear out what I have right now. But yeah, just drop into Discord, send them to me, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.